Good morning, people. I hope everyone is doing great. I had a situation this morning about cybersecurity, as you all know that I work on, and every time something happens, I think to myself, I wish people knew this. And while I have these courses that probably at least 95% of you should be taking, there's just some stuff that we just can't wait to talk about because I know y'all aren't reading everything that's being posted online because you think it's boring. It's not boring. You think of it as a when you're in groups or when things happen, it's a little bit of a mystery. So let me tell you what happened this morning. On my kids' college, one of the college websites, Facebook groups. Somebody posted that they were homeless and had almost no money for food. And the natural inclination for a lot of us, especially my bleeding heart liberals who I adore, is to just like throw them 5, 10, 25, $100, right? Like it's not that big of a deal. Let's help this person out, which is really awesome and super generous. The problem is that so many times these are scams, and it's really hard to like if you're not sure what to look for, it's hard to figure out what it is, who they are. So let me tell you a few of the things. In this case, the first thing I did was realize that do people go on a group of over 9,000 people that they don't know and announce that they're homeless? It's infinitesimal the number of people who would do that. It just doesn't happen, right? The next thing I did is I went through to verify that I think that she's a scammer. I went through her posts from previous events and see what she's done. She's always talked about housing, which is interesting, only twice. She's never mentioned, I actually asked her in this, in this group how she was connected to the college, and she said that her daughter is supposed to go there. She's never mentioned her daughter previously. So then I went on her public Facebook page. Her profile was recently updated, which is always a red flag if it's not something that's timely, like people will do for particular holidays or social or political stuff, right? The people like that will update their like on Pride Month, somebody will put something with Pride on it or something like that. But this was a recently updated thing. And the only stuff that's been posted, for the most part, has been recipes. Now, everybody does something differently. But, to me, all of this has just a screaming scam. So I reached out to the administrators and said, I think this is a scammer. If it's not, she needs to be taken care of, but it's just a scammer. And oh, sorry, there's a helicopter. It's a beautiful day in Washington, D.C., but certain helicopters are the only things we usually have a no-fly zone here, but helicopters are allowed specifically for military and the police. Anyway, so that's the kind of thing you look for. The other thing that I've seen happen actually several times is somebody who will post and say, I'm in trouble, I need help, I'm a victim of domestic violence. Now, if you know, and chances are you do even if you don't know someone who is a victim of domestic violence would never in a million years post publicly in a group that they are a victim of domestic violence. Why? Because if their abuser ever found out, especially in a group of 20,000 people, they're in big trouble. They're probably going to get hurt even more. And so right away, that tells me that that's a scammer. And again, if you go back and look, they usually only post once or twice in the previous 4 to 6 months. What you have to remember is that these scammers are all looking long term. They are not doing stuff for like, I'm going to do it right now and hope to gain, something in the next 24 hours. They look at a group and or a situation or a person, and they work it and they work it and they work it. So it's little by little by little until, it's a several month thing. And so that also happens with catfishing. But anyway, that was this morning's red alert. And I wanted to let you guys know what to look for and to never give money to situations like that. Provide resources, and if they really are in trouble and they really need help, they'll go look for those resources. If they argue that all they need is money, then you need to stay away. All right, have a great day, everyone.